Jirgam Shazun comes some Juji or session, Nyaji, Teradala, Curtain Sagi, Little Malun Rovi, Tangian, Zomedon Huda Huduganajab, Jiban Mor, Sukun, Choran, Natanji Hamba, Latan Diachani, Dachachon. Kanga took senior zone near Tawatam Jirpan Shirtan Beach, Unerton Zadapico, Dam de la Shams are hello. Jerosons of Giriton Malu, Rajan Cabrangiton Tartu and Corlo, Tami, Deshan, Orton, Kijer, Shamba, down the Saxam Pahua Tomage, Argiton, Milton, Tondartin, Jones, and more Jachinary, Quiton, Kiba, Chantar, and Jan Horaya, down Pahua, the Jolasso. Orgella Maranda Station Ginger Medam Jaya Trabai Hambala, Wantan Tahon, Cantanage of the Antahar. Changing Rola, Zodan, Nibi, Panso, Serzer Yankee, Baridan Sahi, Tahon Tata, Danya, Kandi, and the my awesome Doji, Nanjur, Yelonsum da, Quita, Mondanger, at the Dilam Jans, Serangala, Juju to Jabana, Sorwande. Kanjikatan be dunger, consider young beast in Lamim, Chosoroa. Manga don't la so be say la mana la sorande. Truxum dunga chendra keji imchenim yaso me conjure gelaso. Semchina don la nyurta, don chena tambanam jinum ta sor. Kanji Senjora Lani Manda, dans la Gino, dans la Norvio, Jim, Bass, and the Saoni Bill and the Macoyan. Kanji La Horgiro, Yan, and Beats on Goyamba. The Tata, the Bill, could be to be so generation under a shy, Kanda Shoja, Tong and Jitin, Night, there's a long Margera, so don't be Chuji and Nimbrando Batam Shandarasha, Laika Dala Dana Jenga, Dada make and Namadan, Ruak and Jeter catches. Tamche Gada Juna to Jerji. Okay, so the essence of the Uttara Tantra. So the Tathagata has the quality of everything enlightenment and aspect as similar as all the three realms. So this is extended in Kalachakra Tantra. So the Kalachakra Tantra, everybody agree this is king of the Tantra, and also they have to agree, no choice, because this is the most elaborated system. which means from beginning you cannot see any difference. Beginning of the path, for instance, any other tantras and Kalachakra tantra, you don't really see any huge differences. But if you go more and more advanced, then more advanced, and then many things not clear in the other tantras, Kalachakra make clear, elaborated. Okay? So that's why it's the Kalachakra tantra is the king of tantra. It's not only the king of, when we say king of tantra, that's traditionally identified. But in my personal view, Kalachakra is not only just king of tantra, but I would say the Kalachakra is a universal spiritual system. So which means anybody can relate it. Therefore, the terminology is everything you cooperate with everybody. It is really Rime. And also we can see the history, the process of history, how Kalachakra happened, and then how Kalachakra progress in Shambhala, and all if you look at the history, then you see the Kalachakra is really remade approach, include everybody. So therefore Kalachakra is not only size, the extensiveness and the profound, and also the history. If you look at the history all together, then Kalachakra is a really universal spiritual path. So, in my point of view, we lost interest in Kalachakra. We only interested in hidden level. So that's why everybody goes Kalachakra empowerment, but don't practice, don't study. That's the problem. A little studies some people do, but then focus is more branches, not focusing on essence. So if you not focus on the essence and the Kalachakra, it's difficult to capture us because so extensive. But if you focus the essence, and then you can relate it with with anybody. So I'm going to explain in that point of view. Okay? So that means, let's say, everybody like to be loved, and everybody like the feeling of love, and everybody make everybody how do you say? Everybody think is valuable, have compassion with anybody. Regardless you are believers, not non-believers, it doesn't matter. Everybody think the compassion is something valuable. And who has incredible compassion, everybody is inspired. So that means love and compassion, nobody did disagreement in this world. So that's why I'm telling you the Kalachakra figure, the male and the female version, you look at simple way and more essence way, more practical way is think of this love and compassion.
One nature, two aspect. Which means we all have, every single person has that. Only degrees different, male and female, only degrees different, but not the same nature. That's the most simple way to think of. So related from there, then is related with everybody. So maybe only question you can come up say, oh, love and kindness, compassion is everybody have this teaching. It's nothing special in Kalachakra. Maybe that question you have. Yes, I agree. Every Buddhist tradition, the love and kindness, compassion should be the essence. Even non-Buddhist, they definitely have some degree of value for this. But what the difference is, Kalachakra have more layers of profundity. The other thing is, Kalachakra has a good example of the exactly result of the love and kindness, compassion, the society. That is Shambhala. Shambhala is not Burmese. Shambhala is not attaining mental quality. Shambhala is real realm, pure land. Okay? And the Shambhala society is a perfect example of peace and harmony and living with unconditional love and compassion as one family, the whole nation, the whole realm. So that's why if you connect it with the love and kindness, compassion practice through the Kalachakra, then you have a more connection. That is different than any other system. Okay? These 2 points are different. One is more profound, layer. One is you have this special connection. That's different. Just only practicing love and compassion, that just rough is same. Rough, if you look at the surface, then it's the same. If you more understand profundity, then it's different. That's you have to understand. So now I'm going to, how we match this with Kalachakra. Kalachakra is very special because this, we just 2 words of Kalachakra explains the whole universe. Okay? Why? We say this. Kala means is time, Chakra means will. Will of time. What does the will of time means? Time we have to understand more than we think. We think, oh, this is clock. Clock now is 2:30. Okay? And we have 24 hours. That kind of. This is not the time. This is we made it this imputation. Yes, man-made. We made imputation of time. We devised and we make examples on physical level. So you have to think more than this. So if we think this, then everything is changing and next. You can say, you can look in different ways, a few different ways. One way you can say, oh, process. Everything has a process. One other way you can say everything is impermanent. Another way you can think of everything transforms next. If you a little bit negative way of thinking, you can say aging, decay. But if you a little bit bigger way of thinking, it's transformation. Okay? So everything has that. This is inevitable. We not talk about a very depth level, okay, now. We're talking about the conventional level, relative truth. Remember I said the Kalachakra, so you go beyond the 3 realms, but still you appears at like 3 realms. So I'm talking about appearance level. You know that Buddhist language, usually we say reality and appearance. So appearance means it's not necessarily ultimate reality, that's why we say. So we're talking about appearance level, which means is the only truth ordinary people has. Oh, we have no translator today. Okay. Sounds like very, free to talk. Then why? What happened? And then I look at it and there's no translator. When you have translator, it's a little bit worry about, did he understood? Did he translate? That kind of. What happened, translator? Busy?
I think he had another obligation.
Yeah, he didn't expect to, so he translate today. He decided that, he got an appointment this afternoon, so he just left.
Oh, okay. So meant to be the woman today, yeah? Originally?
Correct, but she wasn't feeling well.
Oh.
So she called him last minute to come in.
Oh, okay.
He had an obligation this afternoon.
Yeah, okay. But most of you understand anyway. I didn't hear anybody listening radio. Yeah? Anyway, so this is our which choice we have. It's the nature of samsara. We have to work with what we have. Okay. Where are we up to? I forgot a little bit. So, then that part you understood. That's the well, and then that's the time. Then well. What is when a well means? This is very important. Like you have to make distinguish Buddhist and non-Buddhist. Not only Kalachakra, but Kalachakra talk more. Kalachakra talks, but this is a Buddhist point of view. Other belief systems, idea is like rope. We have only this life, and next, only 2. Because God created us, and then next life, if you be good, then you are heaven forever. You not become a God, but God send you good place. If you not good, you go to hell forever. That's it. Is it like a rope? There's a beginning and there's end. There's no more. So the Buddhists should never think of this. That's why Buddhists should never think there is beginner and there's end. They never think that. Should not never think. What Buddhists should think is a wheel, circle. Everything is a circle. Let's say, even you break the samsara circle, You are out of the samsara cycle, but still you are not enlightened cycle. No beginning, no end. So if you understand this way, and then you will not discourage it to have bodhicitta. Why? Because if you say, oh, I'm going to deliver all sentient beings in Buddhahood. But if you try to think, understand this, and then you could think, oh, sentient beings are innumerable. How can I deliver Buddhahood? No possible. I couldn't, very hard to even organize my own life. So, I'm not very successful in my one life. How can I organize all sentient beings Buddhahood? And sentient beings innumerable. So this is unrealistic. It's not true. No makes sense. You could think like that. But if you understand the cycle, then you wouldn't think that. Why? Because when we say sentient beings, innumerable, still you thinking something, the end. You're thinking of one day, particularly time, no sentient beings left in the samsara. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking that role of job, responsibility. That's wrong. You're not doing this. What you're doing is, no matter the sentient beings are innumerable, I am innumerable. I will be innumerable, right? Because I'm enlightened, innumerable. And my time and my cycle, it never ends. Never. That means as much as long sentient beings, as much as sentient beings innumerable, you deliver sentient beings in Buddhahood also innumerable. And also, this is not even effort. When you have become a Buddhahood, and effortless, spontaneous. So then is no reason to discouragement. We just need to make a habit, our mind, think that way. Basically, we just have to be mindful every day, whatever you do, job, anything. We should not separate it. Oh, this is doing for me, this is doing for sentient beings. You have to think of everything you do for you also related doing for sentient beings. If you understand this, and then you never discourage it. Okay? So maybe you have difficult to understand how I do related for me. As long as you're not going in a self-indulgence, you're not focusing only sensory pleasures. Let's say, if let's say you go on sensory pleasures, like let's say you're going to watch a movie, or you're going to eat delicious food, or any other sensory pleasures you're doing. If you don't have any other goal than just having pleasure, then you separate it. What are you doing for you or for sentient beings? You separate it. But even if you have more goal than just having, pleasure, or having a rest, let's say having a rest or having pleasure, if you're doing for, yes, temporarily I'm doing for me, I have pleasure, or I can have rest. But what ultimately, what I'm doing for is because I have some pleasure, that means I'm a little bit refreshed. I'm have a little bit refreshed means I can be stronger to study or practice or to help or anything. You're doing that benefit. Or at least I'm going to be healthier if I have a little bit pleasure, a little bit rest. So my health is for help sentient beings. If you understand this and you relate it with this way, everything you do, you can relate it with bodhicitta. And you never discourage it. There's no reason to discouragement. But if you separate everything, this is just for me, nothing else related, then you excessive about that, then you self-indulgent, and then there used to be pleasure things, not pleasure anymore. So that's the problem. So, yeah. So anyway, that is just come up, but my main focus, what I'm saying, is a circle. If you want to be Buddhist, you have to understand the circle. Everything is circle. There is no beginning, no end. So this is Kalachakra talk about. Kalachakra means this, this endless circle. Okay? Samsara circle is not good, yes, in general, but enlightened circle is incredible. Because you helping sentient beings as much as innumerable sentient beings. Limitless time, limitless sentient beings, you doing limitless. So we just need to habit to think of that. That's all. Be mindful about this. This is a little bit hard from beginning because we have a bad habit. We have a little concentration because we didn't train enough. That's all. But you are training more, easy, and then finally natural. If you were born in a Shambhala, from your birth, you become like this. You naturally like this. There is no hardship. There is no obstacle. Okay, let's say that. The most important, we have to think of the circle. I'm a Buddhist, means I understand this nature of the circle. Not beginning, end, and finish. No possible. No possible. How much, the science, how much can go further? They mostly agreeing with us. The only problem, everything they think they can measure. But everything you cannot measure. So, and only then they just stopped and don't know what to do. But the Buddha already explained. The universe is, there's innumerable universe. And you cannot measure, anything cannot measure. So Buddha explained already. The Buddha just don't go details of what science do. Why? Because Buddha is not that focus of the details. Buddha's goal is liberation from samsara. It's not find out every single of details of samsara. Okay. No hearing?
Yes,
The here is okay. Okay? So that's why we have to understand this circle, okay? And then why I'm trying to explain you this? Because I'm matching with Kala and Chakra, this name. And then if you go a little bit details, Then Kalachakra say external Kalachakra, internal Kalachakra, in Latin Kalachakra. They say this. So when our traditionally, when we say external Kalachakra, they talk about astronomy. They talk about astronomy. What we have the information is a little bit limit. But the goal of Kalachakra is not limited. The goal of Kalachakra, talking about the external Kalachakra, means cosmology, astrology, everything. What science doing? All of them, not details, but covered very well. So therefore, if scientists try to learn Kalachakra, it helps them a lot. But also science help us to understand the external Kalachakra. Okay? So that's why you can say this is Kalachakra science. And then we talk in internal Kalachakra, which means each person, each individual. What scientists not understanding is in Kalachakra say this external Kalachakra, the stars and everything, planets and stars, everything has a correlation of our body and our mind, our emotions, everything.
Correlation? Is that the
Yes,
word?
correlation, yes. Correlation. So that means if we have enough knowledge, if we have enough practice, the Kalachakra practitioners can contribute a lot to the universe. Because you know this connection. So Kalachakra mandala means really about this. This Kalachakra mandala, Jaina tradition calls 636 deities. And Gelugpa says 720 deities. But only different way counted, not contradict, nothing. Not contradict. But also in Kalachakra, the age of Kalachakra say 34 million other deities, which is no counting. All of them, what about? Is about our body, about our mind, about our emotion, attitude, everything, and how correlated with stars and planets and everything. So, if you want to know details of Kalachakra, you have to learn all these things. But that's not the essence. That is the details. The most important, we have to know the essence. Essence, this Kalachakra, the principle, the middle of the mandala, this Kalachakra and Vishwamata, this male and female version. This one is, we already explained, as loving and compassionate nature. But if you want to take furthermore, then you can say wisdom and compassion, the union of the wisdom and compassion, you can see that. When we say union of the wisdom, compassion, and then That means this male version, masculine part, is compassion. And this feminine part is wisdom. Okay? But why is compassion? Or then you think, oh, before you said the female version is love. It's not contradicting. Why? Do you know? I said love and compassion is the same nature, different aspect. So when we understand, look different aspect. So now we look in the masculine version is compassion. That means love included. Love included there. And this feminine version we call wisdom. Why call wisdom? I remember I said every single love and compassion need wisdom support. Without any wisdom, then your love and compassion is not very beneficial. Why? Because love is like attachment without wisdom and clinging. And then the compassion is sadness without wisdom. But when we have wisdom companion, and then is very special. So, same as this humanity is not exist with correlation with male and female. That we know is obvious. Impossible, right? If not this, there is no such great beings or bodhisattvas and the great practitioners and the mahasiddhas and anything is not exist without this female and male's cooperation. So similarly, any of great compassion has wisdom together. So that's why the feminine is depicted as wisdom. Another reason, because sometimes called method and wisdom. It's not contradicting. When you say method and wisdom, method means this love and compassion. So method means like tool. If you have to build house or fix car or anything, you need tool. That's like compassion and the masculine part. But you have to know, you have to have wisdom what is should do, what is shouldn't do, what is the limitation, what you can do, what you can't do. That is feminine's version, feminine's nature. So we have saying, remember, always there is great woman behind great man. So that's why the woman is more like wisdom and telling, oh, you shouldn't do that, that's too much, and So it's same as we controlled our tool. We thought our control is just a tool, throw away there, what do? Can't do much. So that is showing in Kalachakra. So that means the Kalachakra focus, the essence is peace and harmony, cooperate so well. So that means if you are, I would say minimum, the most minimum level, Your husband and wife, they get along very well, communicate very well. Whatever your husband role, feminine, wife's role, you cooperate very well, communicate very well. And you have a healthy relationship. This is the minimum. If you can do this very well, that means you doing Kalachakra practice minimum level very well. What you can do better? Then you have to bring in a spirituality. Or spiritually, is there any cooperation? Does any can support each other? Right? If does, that means you're doing well. Can you do together for community or any or sangha or anything related with peace, harmony, cooperate well? That means you really doing, you are the right direction. Regardless your limitation, you are the right direction. If we have, few thousand miles have to go, a destiny is a few thousand miles away. If you walk in, or even you, crawling, that's very slow. But still is as long as the right direction, then you will get there anyway. Time goes, you closer and closer and closer and closer. The same thing, the most important is the right direction. Toward to peace and harmony, healthy mind, healthy body, this is right direction. How fast you want to go is dependent on your capacity. How much time you put in, how much energy you put on, what kind of attitude you have, what our perception, everything, your perception, everything, how limited, or how much degree you have. So you have to work with realistically, and you don't have, unrealistic is the problem. People always, you have a little spiritual capacity, but you have a huge expectation. Sometimes you work very hard, but you focus the wrong way. Sometimes you, not totally wrong way, but you work very hard on the branch, not the root. You work hard, but you working on emphasize is secondary, not the primary. Primary important, you not focusing. You focus in the secondary. Let's say you pray every day, 2 hours, 3 hours, but you're not understanding what is the Kalachakra means, what is peace and harmony, loving kindness. You don't know really the direction. You're just doing. You just have to, I have to do this. You do as obligation. You do as obligation. Something you not really want to do. Not really. But you think you have to. That is not the most effective way. The effective way, you know what you're doing. The speed limit is not important. The important is direction. and you know is the right direction, you moving toward, that's important. And then, therefore, I think this wisdom methods have understand this all, or even yourself, even you don't have husband, you don't have wife, yourself. I have feminine, masculine nature. My body, mind, everything need balance. All this balance, two things balance all the time. Needed. If you understand this, then always you go the right direction and always progress. Sometimes if we try too hard to progress fast and then become slow. But as long as you right direction and working slowly, you always progress, then you have become faster. So there's one story we say, one time somebody going far away with red horse, and then he asked someone divination, say, can I, how is my destiny if I should go slow or fast? And this divination say, if you go fast, you get there slow. But if you go slow, you get there fast. And then this person said, oh, that's impossible. That is a contradiction. I want to go fast. And then he tried to go fast. Then his horse is exhausted, and then he become very slow, the most slow. It's the same thing, So the important is the right direction. That's what I'm talking about. So let's say if you want understand more this this feminine and masculine this version, if you want to know more deeper, then we say the Kalachakra, the masculine aspect is we call immutable bliss, and this feminine part we call which means the empty form, the great seal, empty form. Okay? So what does mean that? Now you have to relate it with compassion, the male aspect. What does compassion means? Compassion means, remember, compassion means you really care the other people, everybody's well-being. In a simple way, you can say, you really want, your desire is everybody want to have the happiness and cause the happiness, don't want any suffering and causes of suffering. You want to eliminate all the causes of suffering for everybody. You want everybody have the best possibility. Remember, compassion is this. And compassion is courageous nature. Remember, you never give up this. Courageous nature means really never give up. Never give it up is the courageous nature. True courageous nature. Usually people fight and scared to die. We think that's very courageous. Maybe this is courageous, type of courageous, but the really courageous is never give up. Never give up nature. So this compassion, why it turns immutable bliss? Because immutable bliss is the goal, isn't it? You want everyone at the best, which means bliss, more than happiness, more than joy, is bliss. But bliss, you have just bliss and degrees of bliss. But then if you have immutable bliss, unchanging bliss, also we say great bliss means the ultimate unchanging bliss for everybody. Then you reach your compassion goal. The ultimate goal you reached. So that is the Kalachakra male version. The Kalachakra version, the masculine version is that. Okay? So, and then why the female version called Tongzug Shakjachemo? What means Tongzug? Tongzug means empty form. Empty usually referred in Buddhism a lot on the mother nature. Do you know why? Everything we say, like the mother nature. The mother nature is empty. The emptiness we call refer to the mother nature. Why they call mother nature? Because emptiness is like space. So everything come born from the space. Without space, you can't born anything. So that's why I refer to the mother. Same as emptiness. If it's empty, means if it's not true, then you can manifest anything. But if it's true, then it cannot manifest. So that's why manifestation is not real Buddha, remember? So that's the reason as well. But another way you can look at empty and usually empty and form is a contradiction. If it's a form, cannot be empty. Remember? If it's empty, then cannot form. But here is non-contradiction. Why is non-contradiction means? Means is aspect of everything. The totality. Aspect of everything. That means the ultimate beauty. If there is ultimate beauty, that is Vishvamata. That is Tongzug Shakjachemo. Shakjachemo means the great self. You can translate as consult, or you can translate as seal. Why? Because again, you're thinking of different aspect. When you say consult, is cooperating part. You're thinking like that. That's why it's consult. When we say great seal, why immutable and changing bliss? Because seal means you can't change it anymore. So the king's commander later sealed. You can't change. Similar way, you cannot change because of the ultimate feminine and the ultimate the masculine cooperation. You cannot change because ultimate. But you cannot change because of that, later and seal. Later and seal. But seal by itself doesn't work anything. Seal you have to go. Seal, you put stamped on seal where? So that's easy, That's why the union, this Kalachakra union, is the ultimate goal basically. And wisdom. Why is wisdom? Remember, wisdom. This is ultimate wisdom. Why is ultimate wisdom? Because wisdom is the controlling, remember? Our wisdom controlling, or should do this, shouldn't do this, right? Similarly, this control and enlightenment process. So now no more job, done. So ultimate wisdom. Ultimate wisdom is ultimate. Why ultimate beauty? Ultimate beauty means you have aspect of everything. That's why it's ultimate beauty. But also another way you can think of why this feminine part is ultimate beauty. Because in general, even think of a gross level, the females representing beauty. How do you know? Maybe obvious for you, but some people it's not obvious. How many? It's very funny, like it's very funny if we look at a superficial way. How many designs of cloth, female cloth we have in, and male cloth, very little, right? Suit and towel, done. No more. Female cloth, oh, so many options, so many. And think of the handbag. And jewelry, oh, wow. even we look at the superficial things and how you related the ultimate. It's really, really interesting, right? So, if you think that way and work this way, it's not difficult, and also it makes sense and practical. Between families or anybody, you cooperate very well, you communicate very well. That's you should focus first. Is Sangha or everybody should try to communicate very well. There's so many miscommunications in the world. Even with this event we organized, we have a little limited communication. If we communicate before very well, then could be better. Think about the small things and also think of big things. The world communicate very well, cooperate very well. Each country, between countries really, cooperate very well, communicate very well. Then the world is better. So Kalachakra is about this. That's people not talking like this way. When we talking about Kalachakra, we go specific details and then we lost the details and then we think, too hard, too high, I cannot practice or forget about it. Yeah? So we have to think that way. Okay? So now I'm going to tell you a little bit how Kalachakra come, this history. Is Buddha Shakyamuni taught Kalachakra? Usually we say, Buddha Shakyamuni taught Kalachakra. You can say yes or you can say no. But nobody say no, always say Buddha Shakyamuni taught. One aspect of it you can say yes, but one other aspect you can say no, not Buddha Shakyamuni. You can say Kalachakra taught the Kalachakra system, not Buddha Shakyamuni. You can say that. But in the other way you can say Buddha Shakyamuni is the emanation as like Indian guy, a monk wearing simple robe, even not wearing shoes. Shaved hair, no jewelry, zero jewelry. But the Kalachakra, when taught Kalachakra, started from emanation. Suchantra, Shambhala first, the Dharma king. He and other sages, They ask Buddha Shakyamuni, please train well over the Kalachakra. Then Buddha Shakyamuni taught. But it taught is a very unusual way. It's not like common sense way. Okay? Why? Because Buddha Shakyamuni in the Rajika virtuous peak in India, we say that. That time he teaching the Pashina Paramita. The same time he talking Kalachakra in we say South India, South Amaravati. Nowadays we realize, we think it's South America. And some people argue in Indonesia. There's Indonesia, Greece, Stupa. Some people think there. But doesn't matter. That's not important. The main important is he talk at the same time. Here in the Virtuous Peak in India, he as a monk wearing simple robes and telling Pashina Paramita. But the Amaravati or wherever, this place, he turns Kalachakra, this, male and female version, that form. Not just him, but appear huge, big mandala. Big mandala means real mandala, okay? Let's say Washington, D.C. and Virginia and Maryland, all of them, if it becomes like turns like Kalachakra, mandala, that big. One is like this, one is from here, between, that means all of them. And basically meaning is there is become huge world up here, different world up here. And then Kalachakra himself taught this system. Kalachakra has 4 heads, remember? The main face taught the Kalachakra Tantra. They say at the same time, the other faces taught the lower tantras, other tantras, as like secondary. This one is the main primary, kin of Tantra, Kalachakra, from the me. It's taught a very different way. But no human beings there, no earthly beings there. So the question is, if it's no earthly beings, why taught on earth? Anyway, the audience is Shambhala Dharma kings and Shambhala sages. Very high beings. It's not the human beings that time not good enough to be audience. So then, when you finish Kalachakra Tantra, I think not only Kalachakra Tantra, I think it took all Tantras to Shambhala. And Shambhala, it seems like even in Shambhala, Kalachakra Tantra developed many centuries. Many centuries. Seems like more than 1,000 years. We don't really communicate very well, Shambhala time and the human time. Probably similar, but who knows exactly 100%. But if you compare human years, then looks like more than 1,000 years established Kalachakra in Shambhala, the the heart of the Shambhala. And they developed this mandala. Physically, they built this mandala. Kalachakra mandala. For instance, first the Dharma king is Suchantra. He got that Kalachakra. The second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh generations. You can say generation because bodhisattvas maybe not really die them. They not die. Not kind of this our generation, but each this kin rolling 100 years. They say. If it's a rolling 100 years, then it's 700 years minimum. And then, but I compare where Kalachakra taught, and then when come back in our earth, if you look at this, then more than 1,000 years. That calculation not important. That's not really important. The important is Kalachakra is so special. Not just we need this on earth, but it is even a need in Shambhala. Much more refined spiritual pure realm need Kalachakra. That shows really, really special. Not only that, but the eighth Dharma kin, Manjushri, or Manjuyasha, I don't know what called. There are different translations. Anyway, the emanation of Manjushri. He decided the Kalachakra is introduced the whole realm of the Shambhala. Whole realm of the Shambhala. So, then he give this information, but some limited other religious people had to accept. Then very kindly enough, he have to go many process of methods. Magical performance and many things. He have to go smooth way, a wrathful way, and many ways. Finally, what he's saying is we don't need really many religions here. We don't need many different paths because we all same family. When he talking about when we are same family, he talking about the ultimate family. We are Dorjirik. Dorjirik means indestructible race. Indestructible race means the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth is Buddha nature. He telling this, of course, it's so profound, so people have a little bit different reactions, even is in Shambhala. But finally, he managed it, everybody understood. And he initiate all Shambhala, whole Shambhala realm, make one race, the ultimate race, the Buddha nature. That means everybody become Kalachakra practitioner. So, at that time, they said, he taught that is the third, about Tibetan calendar, third month. We call it Nakpalawa. Nakpalawa is full moon. That's month, full moon, he taught this. The next year, Nakpalawa full moon, 4.5 million sages reach Buddhahood. 1 year. Okay? So that means in Shambhala, if you are great practitioner, great practitioner, not great practitioner, also temporary, depend how you are down on the past. So that means, if this life, if you don't practice Kalachakra so well, then if you go Shambhala, maximum possibility 1 year you reach Buddhahood. If you not done so well, just enough to reborn Shambhala. That means minimum, 1 lifetime reach Buddhahood. Okay? In this world, maximum 1 lifetime reach Buddhahood. Kalachakra. And minimum means you not practice very well, but you are sincere and pure, no breaking vows. Or if you break, but you maybe that kind of practitioner. Maximum takes 16 lifetimes. Maximum or minimum, that's what you call, I don't know. Longest. If you are really good, 1 lifetime. If not, then death process, remember? And if not, then bardo. If it's not bardo, then you can reborn in Shambhala. And if it's reborn in Shambhala, the most fastest, 1 year. The longest to take your death and enlightenment same time. There's no such thing, real death. For you, it's enlightenment. Shambhala semchen tamche do kiwak chik tok ba in lamduga. Kiwak chik tok ba. Kiwak chik tok ba means only 1 lifetime. After that, you enlighten. So therefore, the history, they did that. So then Kalachakra, how transferred to our earth? Only 10th century. 10th century. Who did? Tupchen Tujapa Chembo. So in South India, somewhere there, incredible practitioners, family. Great Tantriana practitioners, family. The parents also practitioner, I think. Yes, and the father is practitioner, mother I can't. And then the son also very great practitioner from young age. One day, he has a message. Say, you should go Shambhala. You find the Kalachakra Tantra. So he doesn't know what to do. The message only said, go to north. So he went north with merchants people, because you have to go on the boat, 6 months he travel. And then merchants finish. So he have to go by himself 6 months. Finally, he reached some special place, mountain. Then he met some very special one. And he believed this should be emanation of the Shambhala Dharmakin. And then as he expected it is, this is emanation, okay? It's not real. The emanation give him initiation and say, You cannot go Shambhala with physical body, this gross level of physical body. You have to achieve these yogic abilities. And then he practiced this long time. And then one day he reached that ability. Then he went to Shambhala. So usually people think he go Shambhala like this, like that you have to understand. Meaning is maybe his gross body is meditating in the cave. His emanation, he can manifest now. The fun body, fun spirit, go to Shambhala. Then he received all Kalachakra teachings, transformations, everything. And then he came back. Then he went to South India. Now I'm telling you this. The Vajrayana, the Tantrayana, we say have to be secret. Everybody says secret, but why have to be secret? This is, as far as I think, I have two reasons. One, the Tantrayana is not common sense. You have to understand more than common sense. You have to understand a very deep level. In common sense, you try to judge Tantrayana, it's just not enough. So that's why it is secret to the public. Why? If something is not common sense, you give on the, in the public, people misinterpret it. People have negative views about this. If that did, and then is bad for this person who doing the negative, that's the reason it's secret. But if you have any methods, people not misunderstand. If you explain well, if they understand, even they're not hugely interested, but if just enough for them to not misinterpret it and take a negative way, then it's okay. It's not like poison. It's not like have some problems so you can't show anybody. The only problem is you don't understand and you take the wrong way. If you can prevent that, then it's no problem. You don't have to secret. But the problem nowadays, you can't secret because everything already veiled and revealed everywhere, objects, everything, For instance, these two is very secret, used to be very secret, not anymore. Available any shop, everywhere, on internet, you cannot, it's impossible. And then this male and female unions, this images, and this killing, and this all naked and all many things is already everywhere. So how you, no, you really can't secret anymore. The most important, you try to explain in good way. So then people have no misunderstanding. But another reason, secret, is so anything available, people lose appreciation. That's human nature. Anything very hard to find, not available, and then people appreciate. So the realization you get from Vajrayana entirely depend on how much you appreciate, how much you respect and appreciate and honoring, it's dependent on that. That's why that Tujapa Chemo, he bought Kalachakra from Shambhala. He only taught 12 people, 12 disciples. Nobody else. He kept the secret. So the 12 disciples, one lifetime Buddhahood, they call rainbow body. So that shows when they die, no body, just rainbow left. Science left, not body. And after that, one of the second Tujap, Shirbata, his name is Shirbata. And then the next one's Nalintaba. Shirbata, I think Shirbata, he revealed Kalachakra. But he revealed very well. What he did do, he make poster and put in the Nalanda University. He put poster up. What he's saying, anybody don't know Kalachakra, don't think you know Dharma. So as same as Torpopa saying, like Torpopa said, who don't know Kalachakra, who don't know my Dharma is not completed. It's not Zogdan Jichu. It's not complete. It is Khsamdan Marchat. Is 3/4 okay or 2/4 okay? Torpopa saying this. Similarly, the Khirbata say, who doesn't know the Kalachakra, don't think about Dharma. That's very insulting for the old Nalanda universe, scholars, 500 Panditas. He wrote very controversial poster, insulting them. So why he insult? Because then they pay attention. So then, I think the Panditas try to debate him, and then he defeated all of them. Because he knows Kalachakra, the others don't know Kalachakra. That's why he can defeat them. This makes everybody appreciate, everybody fascinate. So this, and his next, his disciple called Nalintagba. He became Nalinta head, Nalinta University head. And then Kalachakra flourished so well, and so many people, not just flourished, but so many people become Mahasiddha, liberated. So many people liberated. Then they say, all other 4 classes of Tantra, many types, or even highest Yoga Tantra, you have many, Maha, Gusmaya, Chakrasambhara, you have Hevaja, many, all of them, and other Tantras, lower Tantras, all of them practitioners become Mahasiddha, and only Kalachakra, one Tantra, become Mahasiddha, much more than all the others. Others together. That's history said, okay? I don't know 100%, okay? This is not I know, but the history said. Become like that. But then unfortunately, didn't take a long time. Then the Nalanda had problem, it's not a Kalachakra problem. The India Buddhism have big problem. Buddhism destroyed. Didn't take very long. So the Kalachakra is transmitted in Tibet. That's why only Tibetans can survive this one now. Tibetans also, I think, did not very well. I mean, not my satisfaction. For me, it's not satisfactory. Why? Because they have every tradition. They have translated Kalachakra, they're interested in, but they didn't see maybe the absolute unique. And they just destructed other practices and everything. All good, but all good. We have many enlightened beings, each tradition is good. But if everybody focus on Kalachakra, I believe become much better. The world has become much better. But that's just my opinion. So anyway, so then I think Kalachakra has become for them is kind of like more studied, more scholars knows, become like more intellect, most of traditions. The practice, the more practice focus on the Jonamba, They used to call 6 yoga tradition because the 6 yoga is the highest advanced, so that's why they practice up to go there. But the others didn't practice, maybe individuals, maybe yes, but not the monastery focus in, big the set up system and focus. They didn't do that, seems like not much. That's why I think everybody lost. So nowadays, Gelugpa, maybe some individual geishis and, some individual lamas maybe know a little bit, talk about, intellect way. But rare practitioner is very rare, very rare. And they kind of lost and broke, I think but the Gelugpa monastery, the big monasteries, they do ritual very well. Just the ritual part, very well. For instance, I know the one monastery I went, they have study group and another Tantrayana group. Tantrayana group means all the rituals they performed. All the Tantrayana rituals, one group perform. Another group only focus Kalachakra. Why? Because Kalachakra is much more extensive. So that's why they're difficult. So that's why one group only focus Kalachakra ritual. The others, Kalachakra, the others, all other tantras, many tantras, they focus that. Then the others just study intellect. So like that. So yeah, for instance, Namgyal monastery meant to be focused Kalachakra, and their rituals, everything they're doing so well. But I don't know how much they practice in. I don't know. So anyway, so His Holiness always say, if we come to the Kalachakra, then we have to say yes, sir, to Jonapa. Doesn't matter we debate on Janton, whatever we do, we say Tsang, Korsum, whatever we say, we just have to say yes, sir. There's no other resources. We have to bow down Jonapa. Also, he said Jonapa doing very well, Jonapa is good. His Holiness is very kind all the time. Praise many times, Jonapa. So that sounds like, if we refer to His Holiness, sounds like there's no much. So also we refer to Supreme Lord to, he also say, it's only Jonapa. Jonapa is the really specialist. He said this. That means even he said Nyangmapa used to practice, but no anymore. It's lost. So must be Supreme Lord to. Supreme Lord, he never tell anything not sure. He only tells absolutely certain. So it's like that. So Kalachakra history come like that, then come to Tibet. Pantita Somanatha. Pantita Somanatha, he has again, this Shambhala Dharma King has a message. He said, go to Tibet and do there. So, Pandita Samanata. In Tibetan we call Panchen Dawang Gombo. Yeah. So he came and then Rolo Tsawa Shirap in Rolo Tsawa, and he helped. Rolo Tsawa means a translator, Tibetan translator. And they work together and translate and transmit the Kalachakra. Then Lama Harji Gomba, he received all the teachings. And then after that, Lama Yemo, Tupchini Yemo, Mahasiddha Yemopa. Those people who don't know Kalachakra tradition, they think only start from Yemo. But it's not. Yemo is only that term. Before Yemo, Tupshin Tujaba Chemo, Tupshin Tujipa Chonwa, Manjuwajira, Shirabadara, Nalintamba, Somanata, Dolozawa, Lama Haji Gomba, Lama Dostun Namsak. Then after that is Yemopa. Yemopa is the eighth of the lineage from Shambhala. If you count, from Shambhala, the brain to the Kalachakra is 1, then is 8th. But many people think, Chonaba started from Yemo. But maybe they have a little reason, because enter Yemopa, everything is mostly hidden to hidden. Mostly, not wrote text and on the public. So Yemopa, he wrote some. So that's why I think a mistake. Anyway, then Tripchini Yemo, he is really Mahasiddha. He has so many incredible stories. And then his son, Timchok Dharmashwara, then he's the son's daughter, Magic Turkachombam. And then, come to about after few lands, and then Kanpang Tukje Tsondru. So the Kanpang Tukje Tsondru time only, they set up monastery in Chomonang, then Korchona. Before that, you don't Korchona. You call 6 yoga lineage. So like that. Okay, I think you need a break, huh? Yeah, 10-minute break. Toilet break.
I will pick it up at the airport Tuesday.
Okay, can you So everybody here? What else you want to know?
Very simple. I said, very simple. How do we go there?
How to go there?
No.
Uh,
Geographically, where is Shambhala?
Okay, this is a big controversial, okay? Because he asked me, where is Shambhala? Okay? So think about this. When we say where, and then we already limited. So then we have problem. For instance, in the ancient time, we say, the earth is flat, and the sun and moon rotating our earth. So a Buddhist also wrote that way. And then also we add there's mountain mirror in the middle. And the mountain mirrors that some levels, the demigods and gods live in. You know, that kind of explanation we have. So then this one we have problem now. Now, scientifically prove that the earth is like this. Yes, there is no mountain mirror, there is no sun, we rotate in sun. It's not the sun rotating us. This is nobody, if you say nobody, believe that. So, if we try to be with the scientific, and then what ancient information, we try to do together, we have problem. So that's why if we say where, ancient texts say Shambhala is go to north from the central India. They say the north sounds like Himalayas, and they also talk in some rivers, you know. So that means more like a mountain Kalash. So then also wrote how to go, Lamyik. You know, how to go, Shambhala Lamyik. Have many instructions. So if we take everything literally, then we have big problem. Because now we know Himalayas, what they exist. Everywhere there is what exists. Everything is so easily to detect aeroplane, satellite, so many things. Impossible you fit that way. So my way of understanding is we cannot take everything literally. Buddha himself say, so Buddha himself say, analyze my teachings, not believe, which means not exactly believe the words, right? Then we have in Buddhism we say for reliance, you know, for reliance. You not rely on the words, you rely on the meaning. You not rely on the person, you rely on the message. You know, you not rely on the concept, you go beyond concept. You're not relying on the relative truth. You have to rely on ultimate truth, the ultimately. You have to rely on absolute truth, the ultimately. So, in that way. And also, Shambhala is so big, 960 million cities. Okay, let's say, north cities or small towns. Let's say, even small towns, 960 million, cannot fit in this earth. Not possible. Especially not fit in Himalaya. Okay, impossible. So we contradict ourselves. So that means is Shambhala is we not seeking on this earth in physical level as some more village, some more hidden village in the Himalayas. Okay? There is a few people referring to Mongolia, Himalaya, Gobi Desert. Different people have different views. Good luck. Maybe maybe you have some villages called Shambhala or something in the past, but you cannot find Shambhala how described in the Tantrayana, that kind of huge spiritual Tantrayana realm. You cannot find them. So what do you would say? Oh, that time existed, but now it's no more exist, or what do you want to say? So no possible, okay? So that's my view.
Did you find it on Google now? That's right.
So what it is then, we have to understand the realms, all 6 realms, samsara realms. Even the samsara realms is, if we how to say? I don't know how to say geography, yeah?
Geographic.
Huh?
Geographic.
Yeah, geographically, if we locate it, or hell realm is under the earth, the God realm is in the mountain mirror there, and you cannot, impossible. But what we have to understand this is not like, that means also we not take it as, that's all, then Buddha's teachings and all ancient texts just rubbish. We don't think that way either. What we have to understand, all the Buddha's teachings is Buddha talks for beneficial, especially spiritual beneficial. So he talks whatever the audience, whatever can benefit. He talks that way. And of course, the Bodhisattvas and Shambhala Dharmakins, anybody, a similar Buddha, they also talk that way. So in that case, all these informations, if you take literally at that time, you have some benefits. But right now, 21st century, if we take literally, someone taught in like 1,000 years ago, someone taught more than 1,000 years ago, we take literally, now we have problem. Let's say somebody taught, somebody communication to 2 years old child and 1,000 years ago. Can we take that literally today? No possible. Okay? You have to understand this. And then you have to understand, explain with your realization or with your, at least your logical point of view. Okay? At least. This we have to understand. In that case, is Buddha, one way Buddha said, yes, located, hell realm there, this hungry ghost realm there, God realm there. He talking these things, like geography. But that is for certain people, benefit for certain people, not for everybody. Okay? So in that case, if we say there's Montemero, there's this, nothing wrong. Why? Because that time, Buddha already not contradicting people what already have the information, like the earth is flat and sun rotating. So Buddha just talking at that level. Of course, Buddha not contradict. That's why Buddha turned the first Dharma well. As he didn't say first Dharma well, everything is not exist. He talk as exactly exist. And then he talked cause and effect and karma and enlightenment, Four Noble Truth, everything. He talked like that. But he slowly garden toward to the second Dharma well. That's why he said, Four Noble Truth, we say, Chutam Cher Tongjang Dharmepa. Or we can say that's for sales. Okay. He said like this, the Four Noble Truth. The Nyangal Nindipana Jiva Tambao. So the nirvana is peaceful. Peaceful and sublime. So he mentioned the Buddha nature, but he didn't say Buddha nature. He didn't say Tathangatangarba, have everything, all sentient beings possess it. Instead, he said nirvana is peace. He's slowly leading, right? But mostly he emphasizing all this suffering, the causes of suffering. So it's similar way, everything Buddha taught like that. That's you have to understand. In that way, the location is not important. But in another way, Buddha saying, as one place for humans is human level. We can experience human. In this room, for us as human room, human decoration, whatever human limitation we have, happiness, unhappiness, this cold, hot, heater, air condition, whatever we have, that we have. We cannot go more than human, not possible. But think about insects here. If the insects, gone here, if ants come in here, do they see as here what we see? No. Their reality very different. For us here is Dharma discussion. We sit in comfortable seat and then we listen each other. We communicate and we think something's gaining, we understanding, something is useful. But the insects in here, none of them experience zero. We don't know what they experience in. Maybe big desert, like we have, if we have a big desert, we have to go through without food and difficult, maybe like that kind of. The same time, if the hell beings here, anywhere, hell being can be anywhere. If the hell beings here, just 24/7 torture. And if the hungry goes to here, everything is a desert, a desert and dry and no even little water. You see? If it's gods, the demigods and gods, if they're seen here, is much more than we see, much more refined. So we have to understand that the whole realms is everybody's karmic version, their own experience. It doesn't have to, this earth for us is human, and we worry about this earth, and maybe we move to the Mars, But the other sentient means totally different experience. If we understand this, then we have no problem with Shambhala. Okay? So my understanding Shambhala, is Shambhala in the text is saying earthly realm. Okay, we can't see the earth on the earth, still earthly realm. Is it possible? For me, yes, possible. Why? Because earthly means, like more like form. Is Shambhala form realm or formless realm? I would say form realm. Why is it form realm? Because Tantrayana is, in Shambhala. The Shambhala is, entire realm is Kalachakra Tantrayana orientated. Refined pure realm. that have to have some forms. Because Vajrayana needed these 6 constitutes. You know that? To practice Vajrayana, Hasya Vajrayana, you need 6 constitutes.
Constituents.
Yes, can you explain?
You mean like, no.
The muscle, blood, bone.
Substances,
Yes, everything we need. Why? Because this Vajrayana is really, Vajrayana is always for this desire, desire oriented. It's desire, for desire realms. So our desire realm is the gross level of desire realm. But Shambhala is much more refined desire realm. But still desire realm, still form realm. That's why Kalachakra Tantra works there. So that's why as form realm, then you can say earthly realm. And when we say become a Buddha, we say Sambhogakaya Buddha. We call Ashanat, what do you call? Ashanakita. I can't remember the name. Or Akanishita. It's not form realm, formless realm. Right? Dharmakaya, of course, not form. But the Shambhala realm, of course, form realm. Then you can say earthly. So that's why Shambhala realm, you can say, very special connection on this earth. Bodhisattvas, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas have aspiration, intention and aspiration to help all sentient beings. And they have we can say in our human language, we can say they have project, they have plans for all sentient beings help. But also they have specific plans and project for certain sentient beings. So Shambhala is a specific plan and specific project for people on this earth. Therefore, we have a very special connection, this humanity. But we didn't took very well yet. That's my view. Okay? So that's why I really want. That's why I'm dedicating my life for this. I can dedicate many other things if I could, if I not feel like this way. Right? I can dedicate many other things. But I want to dedicate on this because I really believe if we flourish Kalachakra, practice very well, and makes differences on this earth, and makes differences on this universe, this humanity, and especially makes huge differences in our individual spiritual progress. And my personal belief, this is more than any other spiritual system. That's I believe. So that's why I'm dedicated on this. Otherwise, I can do other things. So that's my understanding in Shambhala. What do you think?
So is Shambhala the result of Kalachakra practice?
Yes, but it's not the only result. But like the Kalachakra practice is not the only result of Shambhala. For instance, I'm saying this yesterday or today. I'm saying maximum level. You don't need to rely on Shambhala. If you are the incredible practitioner, you just become a Buddhahood in this lifetime by yourself. You don't need to rely on Shambhala. Right?
Shambhala is just a name that we give something.
No. Shambhala is, Shambhala is for us like more insurance of, who is not able to reach Buddhahood by self. It's more like insurance to next rebirth. Then we definitely reach Buddhahood. That kind of.
It's actually a realm. Yeah. It's a real place.
Yeah.
Instead of going back to samsara,
Huh?
from there he can achieve Buddhahood in one lifetime.
Depend who you are. Depend how much your progress practice. If you doing so well, you can travel Shambhala without diet. But if you not that well, you definitely reborn in Shambhala after death. Yeah.
Is it the state of mind?
Okay, that's also one question. People question like this: is Shambhala is a rare place or state of mind? That's people always have question. I say my answer: yes, Shambhala is a rare place. Is more rare than this our place. Can you get it? More rare than here. Oh, okay, that means it's not state of mind? No, it's the same term. You can say state of mind. Because everything else is state of mind. Everything, not just Shambhala. Even this place is state of mind. Our state of mind, our karmic version, our mind version is this we experiencing. It's not this something solidly related, something solidly exists this world. It's not that. If that, then we not call relative truth. We shouldn't call relative truth. This is absolute truth. But when people say real, means real for us. For real for ordinary people, samsara people. Real for us is not the real, unfortunately. Something is not real for us, that's the reality, unfortunately. And that's why the Shambhala is rare place, more rare than this place.
It's a form place.
No, I said form.
It's form.
Yes, more refined form, more purified form. Yes.
When we're investigating Dharmakaya, we say that Dharmakaya, Buddha nature, is an experience. It's experiential.
Of course, experiential.
So is Shambhala then experiential?
Of course.
Okay.
But so is
Everything is experiential. Yeah. Yeah, that is also another big question. Okay? Yes. So, you know Amitabha Pure Land?
I think so.
So everybody say, oh, when I talk into Chinese, everybody say, oh, Amitabha, they want to compare Amitabha with Shambhala, okay? So I try to explain, but it's very difficult to people. So, yes, Amitabha, similar Amitabha Pure Land, but not same. Why not same? Because Amitabha Pure Land is a Buddha realm, so that means is created, a manifestation of Buddha's mind. And this world is manifestation of our karma, our sharing karma. So that's why is our karma created this world, this earth. And this room, also we have sharing. But we always share in similar things, but we never share exactly. Even this room, today we talk. Nobody's experience exactly same, impossible. My talk, you guys never have exactly same experience. No possible. Maybe you have some similars, and then you discuss, and it's something you agree, but never that's exactly the same because of our different karma. But at the same time, we have similar karmas. Similar, never the same, but similar. So then we have similar experiences. But Amitabha's Pure Land, nothing to do with our karma. 0, 0, 0, 0. 100% Amitabha's mind manifested for sentient beings. Okay? And Shambhala, you have to think of something between. Shambhala is not Buddha manifestation line, but instead Bodhisattvas, oceans of merit and aspiration to create this for, rescue our this earth humanity. So therefore, there's a little karmic room. That's why it's easier for us than Amitabha Pure Land. Okay? Why? Because we have karmic link. You can have karmic link. Only positive karma and Bodhisattva's aspiration all together works. But Amitabha Pure Land, everybody says, oh, Amitabha Pure Land is easy to go, just prayer, and then we go there. That's I said already. This is not fit in Buddha's, Buddhism rule. But then, okay, then it's still not pointless. We think in that way, teach that way. It's okay. It's benefit. But the beneficial, if you say exactly reborn in Pure Land, if people don't understand nothing, Dharma just only prayer, that is, you don't know. That's I can't say. That's I can't say. But Shambhala I can say, because Shambhala I know the Shambhala what will happen. How does it work and logically and everything. It's very different. And also other differences, the other day already I said, but Amitabha Pure Land, you have Shiravakas, Patiyakas, everything, Bodhisattvas, everything. Shambhala is only Bodhisattvas. Only Vajrayana practitioners. No Sharavaka, no, nothing. Some people ask, is there animals? Yes, but the animal is not real animal. Appearance animals, yes. Appearance Sharavakas and Patiyakas may be possible, but it's not real. The reality is all Tantrayana practitioner. Refined Tantrayana practitioner, everybody possesses bodhicitta. That's the Shambhala. Okay? Yeah.
I hear before that from the land, they also expect for the Shambhala, because Shambhala is like the second time some Buddha appear on this earth, and but it's not like on the period of Sakyamuni, we still have some of the suffering, but in Shambhala no suffering. It's something, or the thing is living on the peace and joy.
Yeah.
Right? That's why.
Yes, exactly. Here what we have to live. We have to educate ourselves, then we have to compete, then we have to go work, then we have to pay bills, then we have, then we have sickness, and then we have more problems. We try to practice but million obstacles. That's why we just have to really, for sure, here, we focus the right path. And Shambhala, once you're in Shambhala, why is one lifetime enlightened? Because no obstacles. You don't have to do anything rather than enlightened progress. You don't for work, for food, for bill. No bills. No, food is everywhere. Plenty. You don't need to collect. You don't need to possess. There's everything everywhere. And you don't have to build homes. Already homes everywhere. Home everywhere. You don't think, okay, when I say homes, don't think of exactly like our homes, okay? Wherever you go, comfortable, completely comfortable, let's say, or flowers or anywhere, you can stay anywhere, you can sleep anywhere, you can do anything anywhere. You share everything together. You don't have any possessiveness, no possession. You don't need possession. Everything is your possession. Why you need possession? So you don't have small families. You don't have small groups. The only small groups possible, your spiritual progress, your spiritual state is lower than somebody. Maybe they help you each other. That's group only maybe you have. Nothing else. Yes, gender. Of course, gender. Male, female, the most important, remember, and vajrayana. Okay? But no possessive, no marriageness, no, this is my wife, this is my, no, my children. For everybody. You don't need even brave children. Do you know why? Everybody brain. You don't have to brain. Because there's no possessive, oh, this is your children, this is not my, it's not like that. It's for everybody's. And you don't have competitiveness. You only have inspiration. You have inspired by the higher level ones, but you don't have competitive and jealous. Huh? You don't have jealous and envy. Because there's no cause and conditions to be jealous and envy.
Are there bodhisattva vows there?
Huh?
Are there bodhisattva?
Of course, bodhisattvas, how can I have no bodhisattva vows? But bodhisattva vows for them is not like, oh, I have to follow this. It's not like I have to follow this. It is like, I love follow it.
A male practitioner wants to attain to the Shambhala. So if he desires to be a female being there, or on the other hand, the female practitioner desires to be a male in Shambhala, could it be like that, or male rebirth as a male?
No. Like, it's our desire here have limitation, yeah? Your desire limitation, your desire access limitation, everything have a limitation, and then bad consequences, not always good consequences. So here, everything is no limited, there's no obstacles, everything is success. Everything is focus on this. There are no obstacles, everything focus. Your desire is as a path. Here your desire is obstacle. There is your desire is obstacle. As much as desire you have is better. You get it?
So we don't have a lot of time left, but I would like you have your books here. Would you go back over now? Now we've had a couple of days to talk about this. You introduced your books to us the first night we were here. Would you go back and kind of review, we as beginner, want to understand about Shambhala and Kalachakra, how should we approach this? When you leave and we have this by ourselves, how should we proceed now?
So depend, you are explore, do you want, if you want to explore all the traditions in the world, in one book, and then is this, Ocean of Diversity. Other thing explains how you do Rime, I explained to you, but if you read more, maybe it's what kind of steps I can take to be Rime. That's true information here. So this Shambhala book explains what is Shambhala really is, and how many people mistakes before explain, and how many people took wrong way, wrong inspiration, wrong explanations in here. And then also you have the Shambhala lineage history, Jonang history in here, brief history, because this is Shambhala history. You know, Shambhala coming to our earth, Shambhala Dharma. So this history and these incredible lamas or these stories in here. Jonang history is very, very rare. There's no exist, only this in English. Only this English, you know, no more. So if you want to practice orientated, you know, straight away you want to practice, then it's this one, hidden treasure. Inside, you have a called a Divan ladder. Divan ladder means your sadhana, a short sadhana in here. I have sadhana, very nice share, everything. I had this, but this is not here. We ran out, so we have to print next time. But inside, you have short sadhana, you know, like Ngundro chanting. But then the book is explanation of that word by word, explained all the Ngundro, the sadhana. But also, when you explain Ngundro, the lineage lamas explained all the short biographies and the pictures, you know. So that is this. This one, A Happier Life, just for normal people to read. And I have 6 stages life here, like children. If you have children, you can read some stories for them, or they can read, depending on their age. And then you have teenagers, what it was, you know, and then you have a young adult, and then old people, and very old people, you know, all of them in here, simple message, yeah. And then, this is the first book of, if you really want to study, then this is the first book, which means from the beginning explain the mind. Why? Because not many people know the mind. So explain the mind, and then how to meditate, all the meditation stages and everything, in more traditional way and its modern approach, both. And then explain for the 4 convictions, you know, we talk about this day, Lodro Namji, 4 convictions or renunciation, all these things. That means karma, very extensively explained here, karma. If you know read this, then you know karma well, quite. Okay? That's all, mostly 4 convictions. That means this is more like a mind of science of mind and meditation, and the fundamental of the Buddhism.
That's number 1.
Yes, number 1. So this one is, you know, even if somebody is not really Buddhist, not sure, even they can read. It's quite important. And this one is very good for Buddhist. Because this is already, you believe the Buddhist, like that kind of practices. You know, here explains bodhicitta very long, very clearly, okay? Refuge, of course, those things, and then Guru Yoga, and how to, the teacher and student relationship, that's very complicated. This explain what, you know, what is Patimokkha way, Bodhisattva way, Evajayana way, everything explained. And also, I think 6 pardos in here, right? And Jot, even the Jot practice in here. Because Jot practice, many people do the practice. Many people practice. But meaning is not many people explain. So I have the meaning here. You can read the Jot practice. If you don't like, it's too much for you. It's because Jot is quite a high practice, you know, like it's like a direct practice, For some people, it's too much. So that's why but you learn it. You learn it, then you don't have to do practice. Practice or not practice, up to you. But you learn it, what it really means and what is the point. Yeah. And then this one is much more like Kalachakra oriented. Kalachakra, explain Kalachakra, then explain the Kalachakra lineage, and then Kalachakra, then Kalachakra, the mandala, and then generation practice, and even the oscillation practice, 3 oscillations we call. This is quite high practices. This all explained. But this one I suggest not read first. If you not understand those things, then it's a little bit. But if you read all these ones, then you really understand this easily. Okay? Yeah. This one maybe you can't read yet. Is anybody not Tibetan? I can send you. If you have WeChat, I can send you electronic copy.
Are you going to be able to leave these books here, or do we have to order them for you once you go?
Of course, I am able to live. I appreciate if you let people know have these books and introduce website. Appreciate. So I have 3 websites. One is Rime Buddhism. So that is my headquarters in Australia. So probably when you order a book or something, maybe you have to go there. I can't remember. And then one is KhentrulRinpoche.com, my name, just my name.com. That is more where I go, where I'm up to, like that, mostly. But some, I think, the very important, I think that's website. I can't remember which website, but this one, probably this one, KhentrulRinpoche.com. You have a lot of explanations in the website, how you practice, what is the practice, what this path, like when you are ready, which one you practice, what's everything, what does make you qualify, everything there. This is quite important. And then I have a new website called Dzogden, dzogden.org. Dzogden is D-Z-O-K and then D-E-N.org. So that one is my vision. Dzogden means the golden age, golden dharma, So that is my vision. So that's more a vision. Okay? So Dzogden Foundation, I established it recently, legally. So then, yeah. And yeah, also there's video. You can look at what my vision a little bit. And then, yeah, so, if anybody, next my trip is Houston, and explain this one, the teachings. What I did here is briefly. So these ones I go much more detailed and structured, because here is no structure, because we try to fit in Uttara Tantra like this. It's not structured, no good. But I'm going to Houston, I structured, explain these things. The next is Los Angeles. Los Angeles, if anybody would like come, we have a big empowerment, Kalachakra empowerment, everything. This all you can find on the website.
So you offer empowerment?
Yes.
Kalachakra empowerment?
Yes. Los Angeles.
Pardon?
Los Angeles. Yeah.
Would you explain your title, Khentrul? What does that mean?
Oh, Khentrul just Khen means Khenpo, Trul means Turku, all together Khentrul, short version. Yeah.
Could you had mentioned you might just say a word or two about bringing in the Uttara Tantra with the Kalachakra. Could you say a word or two about that?
Okay. The Uttara Tantra is explaining Buddha nature. You know, Buddha nature, they explain in many ways of Buddha nature. So Uttara Tantra is view-oriented. You know, it's not like practice-oriented. It's need people, scholars need to refer. Is anybody understand that Buddha nature is not just a potential? It is more than potential. It is the reality of the Buddha nature. And then they need to refer to the Uttara Tantra. That's all. Kalachakra Tantra, they share this view. They can relate it to each other. But it's Kalachakra Tantra means huge system, you know, like when I explain, you can Kalachakra Tantra, you can find, you know, cosmology, astrology, all the science of the world, you can find them, and you can find medicine, you can find many things, you can find, you know, you can find everything, you can say, you know, psychology, everything, you can find everything. Yeah, it's just, Kalachakra Tantra is not like the other tantras. They just completion big. But this is compare Shambhala is this tiny. Do you know why? Shambhala, this is only one, the huge Kalachakra, one chapter we have. And then we have brief versions we have. Durjit, Milapa, what do you call it? But we have the commentary by Pantaraka. We have these things. But people don't understand because it's so hard, you know. It's so ancient language, you know, it's difficult. Only scholars understand, you know, people like really intellect, people like these people understand. But normal people don't understand. That's why Tibetan society not practicing. He's only give Kalachakra 34, empowerment 34 times, but still not practicing. So why? Because people think it's too hard and too high. So that's why my way is, no, first you have to relate it with simple way, the essence. Then you practice, then you become familiar, you become practice good, then the details become very easier. You don't focus. First you go details, then you don't understand, you lost. Then you're not interested. Then you cannot relate it. That's what I'm saying. Okay?
Thank you.
So my book is more practical level, you know, structured. Okay? Other people's, Kalachakra Tantra, which means more intellect, the details of the, mostly they just translated. Mostly just translated the traditional difficult text. Okay?
He says Shambhala is for Bodhisattva place.
Yes.
So when we practice, we have to reach to the Bodhisattva level to
No, you have to inspired by, you know, Bodhisattva level, definitely. And of course, you practice, yes, you have to practice, but it's not necessarily you have to be real, become Bodhisattva. But we making that happening, so that's why that means you this already making, so that's why when you go through the death process, you purify the obstacles. And so the death process for you become purification, not like an obstacle. Because you practitioner. So then, and then you born Shambhala, then you really become, you rare Bodhisattva. But Bodhisattva have many, many levels, okay? So depend which level you are, depend on how much you practice in here, right?
It is said that we have so many tantras in Buddhism.
Yes.
But the Kalachakra system is different from the other other tantras. How different is it?
How different?
How different is Kalachakra from other tantras?
Like this. let's say, Kalachakra Tantra and other Tantra, Gusmaya or Chakra Sambhara, any like these things. If somebody, great practitioner, it don't make huge differences. Because you can relate to anyone, anything, very well. So then you can reach Buddhahood without Kalachakra, like Chakra Sambhara or anything, you can do it, no problem. But for not so good practitioner, and then is Kalachakra much better. Why? Because Kalachakra more elaborated and more clear than other tantras. That's why before I said already. From the beginnings, you don't really, in the practicing Lodros, no, nothing different much. And then you go some certain stages, still not huge differences. But if you go more, you know, like the other tantras, anything is they go more profound, they become obscure. Kalachakra is more profound, detail. That's why Kalachakra empowerment is so big and the other things so small. Kalachakra empowerment is so detailed, the others not that detailed because of that. That's his example. That's why other tantras, they don't talk about cosmology to astrology, you know. And this one does. Yeah, that's the difference. Okay? But if you just worship, you know, like Kalachakra text there, you worship, and Chakra Sambhara text there, you worship, it's no difference. They both equal benefits. Or you incredible practitioner, intelligent, then it's no differences. But if you are not that great, then it's Kalachakra offers more. And especially the Shambhala connection, that's really important. The other tantras, they don't have really clear guidance, you know, which pure land you focus, these things. They don't have clear guidance. Yeah. Any more question? Okay.
Well,
No need.
it's good because we can hear the questions. Sometimes the questions are very good.
Okay, not too close, then it's okay.
Like this?
Yeah.
A little bit high.
It is very high, yeah.
Yesterday you spoke about the direct and indirect path, that if you study Kalachakra, then it's a direct path.
Yeah.
And that Dzogchen is indirect, and I was a little bit, maybe I didn't hear correctly.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit, because I always confer with Dzogchen as being the most direct path, so this is a new way to understand.
Let's say if you practice Dzogchen and then you open a bone and you know, you pray and you want to focus, you know, born in rebirth in Shambhala, and then you practice Dzogchen, that is indirect path to Shambhala. You know, because Dzogchen is not directly connected with Shambhala. Same as Mahamudra, all same. But if you, let's say, if you just practice Dzogchen and not even thinking about Shambhala, then even more indirect. Even more indirect, but it's nevertheless completely indirect. Completely separate. No possible. That's why even you are Christianity person and you practice love and kindness and do this and you have no idea of Shambhala, nothing, zero, still you are not zero connection. Okay? Like that. But if you practice Kalachakra and focus on Shambhala, then it's direct, because Kalachakra first for Shambhala, developed in Shambhala, and then this lineage comes from Shambhala. And that makes sense? Yeah. Yeah.
Could you speak about time?
Time?
Time.
You realize what? Earlier you referenced
Well, it's the Kalachakra time wheel.
I did explain.
No, I know. I just,
Huh?
Time of the culture.
Huh.
I think you're speaking of time in culture.
right, I mean, the conception or how, elaborate on the nature of time in this context.
But didn't we already explain?
Yes, I was asking for elaboration.
I don't know how elaborate more.
So in relation to Rebecca's question, to follow on, to achieve enlightenment, you can go through Shambhala, or, because always they say Dzogchen is the fastest path to enlightenment, but is Shambhala also a different path, or is it same path?
Yeah, Dzogchen, yeah, some people say Dzogchen is a fast path, and so some people think that Dzogchen is easy, and easy practice, that people like that. But the other one saying, like I heard that Khenpo Jingme Phuntsok, he is the most important figure in Dzogchen tradition. And he's saying, everybody thinks Dzogchen is easy, or you just sit there and think about nothing, like this. He said, this is easy, but he said, Dzogchen is not easy. He said, Shirasangha and Brahma Metta, they reborn Pantita 500 times, and after that they have to go Dzogchen. So no, that's why I don't know, but he said that, so I don't know really, but it's just the Dzogchen, how to meditate, Dzogchen Bawe. For beginners, I agree, is quite simple and quite straightforward and nice. That's I agree. And also Dzogchen, what I personally think is Dzogchen tradition, have very poetic way inspire you. Okay? I said here. Gumbach natan dowi tavri zamani lugustavra takwi nyansik tando kiu yeragon tognayang tartuglam gifon shamain. I think that's difficult to explain. Basically, I'm saying, when is poetic, one time she explained me Osho. Do you know Indian Osho? She said, Indian Osho is so good, so good. Do I know about him? I said, I don't really know. I heard him, but I didn't listen. Maybe I listened 2 minutes, But other people said, some people said, Osho is so good, so good, so good. In his wisdom, incredible. Some people say that. But some people say, Osho saying is very flowery, very flowery. Yeah, flowery makes sense? Yeah, very flowery, very poetic, and very nice, everything, but there is no solid. There is no solid structured garden. So I don't know which one is true. So I'm not saying that Dzogchen have no solid, I'm not saying Dzogchen have no solid structured garden. I'm sure they should have. But it definitely is poetic. And you can be inspired,
Is part of the practice that you have, or in the practice you have, is there something like a transference of consciousness, a POA?
Oh, yeah. So I have the Pardo in the book.
Yeah.
Pardo, I talk about that is similar of, because the Kalgyuba is Nekima. Nekima, you know? Nekima. Yes. Kagyu is Nekuma.
What is that word?
Naropa's sister, wasn't it?
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, yeah. Nekachutuk.
Don't recognize
Nekuma has dharma, 6 dharmas. And Naropa has six dharmas.
that. Right.
So this Pardo practice is similar of Neku dharma. Okay? So inside there, Poa. Poa is one part of them. Yes, I have Kalachakra Poa. You know, Poa is, you have to understand 3 things, not just he transfer. That is for people no understand selflessness, no understand Dharmakaya, no understand Buddha nature. For them is this is the option, right? That is the option. But first you have if it's best, you have to understand Buddha nature. You know, you have experienced Buddha nature. Then you just, in that meditative state you stay, that is the best power. Okay? Second, you meditate, you know, like a generation, an incredible meditation practice. That is second best. The third best, and your concentration from here to go here. You know, just you concentrate. When we meditate in similar way, if we just focus on our breathing in and breathing out, then that helps you concentrate. It's similar way, of course. It's Vajrayana. That's why you try to visualize it yourself, deity, and then you have chakra in here. You know, some power you don't have to visualize it yourself. Is a deity, just normal person, and then deity here, Amitabha here, you know, or another deity, and some yourself is already, you know, visualize a deity, and then here. Like that, but that is the third option. Yes, everything have this in book. Okay, I explained more not like more practical, practitioner oriented, more explanation, why and what. Okay. Any more?
Is there a relationship between the Indian Tantra practices, Sri Vidya, and Kalachakra practice?
There's any relationship?
Indian Tantra.
Oh, yeah, definitely have a relationship. You know, the Tibetan Tantrayana is a relationship with the Hindu, of course, but also have a relationship with the Bon. That's why we have too many rituals. One thing I can guarantee is the biggest, the complicated rituals in the world, definitely Tibetan. There's nobody can't compare to Tibet, impossible. Tibetan rituals, that thick books, have, you can say, hundreds. And there is not like you read, go through, go straight away, go through. You have to, you read 20 pages, then you have to go jump somewhere, and then you have to read few, and then you have to jump another place, and this jump, and there jump. So many complications. So much detail. And then the music and the implements, everything you have a very specific, how many times this, and it's just, you have to be very specialist. You cannot perform. If you these rituals take, oh, you expect every monk, any monk can perform this? No possible. And they chant 16 hours, many days. It's really complicated. Then tormas, you have many complications, tormas, and yeah, it's everything. Yeah.
I think the difference between the Buddhist Tantra and the Indian Hindu Tantra is in Buddhist Tantra, we have the concept of this anatma, selflessness. Whereas Hinduism Tantra doesn't have the selflessness, anatma. They have atma. Whereas we have in Buddhism, anatma. That is the basis. Otherwise, Hindu Tantra and Buddhist Tantra are same.
Speaking specifically between Sri Vidya and Kalachakra.
What is Sri Vidya?
Sri Vidya specific.
It's maybe a Hindu Tantra. I have no idea about that. But the basic difference between the Tantra, Buddhist Tantra and Hindu Tantra is, in Buddhist Tantra, we have to completely depend on anatma. That is selflessness. Whether it is Google Atma or personal Atma, whatever it is. But it is selflessness we have to depend. Based on that, we have to practice. That's the most important, yeah.
You have bridged the ultimate self.
Okay, like this. In my view, yes, Tibetans, Tibetans criticism as other religion. They say everybody believes self. That's the problem. We don't believe self, right? That's the criticism. But the criticism, I'm not sure is treated everybody. If some of the Hindu, if we look at, they have very similar of our Buddha nature idea. The only thing is the little bit lack of negation of the ego self. They don't believe ego self is good. Their self is believe something other self, not ego self. But the negating ego self, we have emphasized. We have many tools, we have logic and everything. That maybe they don't have a lot. But even more important, they don't have bodhicitta. That's the problem. The big problem is bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is really unique in Tibetan Buddhism. Okay?
In the practice of Buddhism, we have Hat and share. Method and wisdom. Now, wisdom is wisdom, and this is in Hinduism we don't have this bodhicitta. When you practice tantra.
So Tantrayana, you have to the relative bodhicitta, our motivational the bodhicitta, and then you have to understand the physical bodhicitta, our essence of the body, this we call red essence and white essence. And then you have to ultimate bodhicitta is part of Buddha nature. This all you can work very well, then it's very unique. Okay? Okay then.
Dedication.
Yes, please.
We do dedications for the Dalai Lama and Dalai Lama dedication.
Yeah, whatever you like. Yes, wherever you like.
So we'll do
Which page?
157, we'll start.
Okay.
Is that okay? We'll read guide you lineage dedications are.
Yeah, of course.
So 157, and then we'll continue through and take the long life prayers for the Dalai Lama and the lineage masters, guide you masters. 157. No, just once in English. Once in English all the way. Dorje Chang, Shalopa, Naropa,
Machu, Bombaba, Famo, Tabajan, Ragma, Pardizanaba, Jitra,
Blessing of all the Khentrul.
Sonam, the Tamjazika, Tamni, Bidan, Parshi, the Jigana, Jiram, Kapim Soli, Lodro,
Across the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious pond, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline.
Namah becomes almost one, so that the zero was one, and
I pray that the Lord may have long
those all down there and they get up and go to the other doctor share of them, what was some shit. Sanjay Sumi Vision of Bashi, Meditation, and Generation, Tapang the Tam Shedeki took some Tapsapat. You would be curious the Tapang Simpson Tam Shedek to the Navada of Church. Topari Kirich. Hushan Zikankin Chuji, Timjiranila, Water Draconva. Timjiranila, Auto Dragon, Renshin, Hariki, Stanba, Tintio, Shed of a Toxin and Church.
unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious, and light.
Korean time,
Contemplation and meditation. You are the source of everything. You are one without who holds the teachings of the victorious one, seeing the all-goodness meaning with the wisdom eye.
Jichten Gombu took teacher down Ordan Garshin Kutsi Nick to Justin Nyamti and Nirkan to store Dorchester Turjuk. Remedastan be Kurchip the Kurji.
The one young in the Holy Land is Ayatollah, emanated into the growing plant of eastern Tibet as Jyotinpa, the heart son of Jigten Summa. May the life of the glorious Karshan remain steadfast for 100 eons. In this age of strife, the victor's teaching faces hardship. Through his powerful, Lodro-like conduct, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unbiased teaching. May Karshan, the son of the teachings, live long.
Under Magia number carrying the Lord Sekordan Kambala, Ridan Jarum Korda Lachini, Dungardan Lacha, Shebergo, Givan, the Yellow Jamizo, the Serzadan Lachitan Jumper, the Vita Zola, Zanjuda Zano, Jakorwa, which is the Jimana, Kandazon, the Antajan, the Kenichis of Dalapjan, Givan, the Dodam Jarab. Took some Shaki Jarat and Jim, or Galan Chodan, the Wadi Dajin, Giza, and the Ganjo, Shajar of the Nori. Only on the Jogos on Taino, Galapam Jagan, the Long Jamie. Nanson in the Malu,
Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you so much.
Khentrul Rinpoche, thank you very much for coming. And on behalf of the Dharmasuri board, we really appreciate this. Your teachings have been very unique to us. And we hope that you will come and continue these teachings, and that we will be part of your travels, your tours that you take here, and we welcome you back. So thank you very, very much.
Oh, thank you so much.
I will see you Tuesday.
Huh?
I will see you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Huh? Okay.
thank you so much.
We will talk.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Coming back next year.
Oh, hopefully. Who knows, I'm permanent. You're very welcome. Oh, still I'm hearing this. Thank you. Okay, everybody read my website. Read the website, and then we can see each other inside the internet. Then always we interconnected.
Rinpoche.
Oh, you want to go? Okay.
Because I come later.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. I was hoping the book 2 or 3, have it in Chinese, which will help me to learn. I know the book 1 has a Chinese translation.
Yeah, book in Chinese, but the problem is in China.
Oh,
Difficult to send. Translate.
oh, not because of the translation people.
We printed in China,
Uh-huh.
but the Chinese government difficult to send, right? They're not allowed to send the Dharma books, right?
I think right now it's easier. I mean, years ago, yeah, they don't allow to send it. But your book 1, 2, and 3, do they have a translation in
It's like this. My book, these 3 books become non-books because small book. People want to be small books, then become non-books. So this first 3 and one second translated already.
Oh, second translated already?
Not the whole second, but the second have 3, and the first is translated.
Yeah, I know first is translated. I saw it on the internet. But the second, I haven't seen it.
No. The first translated, the 1/3 of the second translated, that's one book.
Oh, okay.
This one, 3 books, and one book, 4 books.
Oh, actually,
translated.
okay.
But have to be 6, and then if 3 books, then have to be none.
Oh, okay.
Those not translated yet, but they're doing.
Yeah, doing.
Still
Yeah.
working on.
Yeah, right. Okay, I wait for it.
Do you want to?
English is so difficult.
Do you want to help translate?
No, I can't. I'm not able to.
Do you know edit? We have Shambhala book also. We already done translate.
For edit.
You know the Hong Kong Roy, he done Shambhala translated.
Yeah.
Now I just need some proofread and some little edit.
Yeah, that I probably you need more than one person to do the proof.
That's okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, we will see. We wait.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Okay.
So you can back it on.
Okay, thank you. Nice to meet you. We didn't meet in Australia. We meet in here. So, you come Melbourne? Are you come Melbourne? Melbourne.
So glad to see you in person. Looking forward to see you again. Thank you so much. I also read your book called Secret Incarnation. It's out of print, but I find it on the internet. So I read your history. So,
Okay.
yes, know more about you.
So, your thermos on the upstairs, right?
You can have it. It's okay.
No, I don't know. Because it's too heavy for me.
Oh, okay,
I have-
okay.
You take, okay?
The drink okay? Yeah, drink, perfect. Okay, great.
Really like.
Thank you.
Really healthy.
Okay, yeah, it is good for the blood and the eye.